Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, nice to meet you all. My name is Buyung Laksono from Economic Development. Before I share my presentation, I will ask you a question. Do you know what is monetary crisis? Or have you ever heard about monetary crisis? If you do not know, let me explain to you in this occasion. In this presentation, I am going to discuss monetary crisis. Okay, here I will tell you the order in which I will discuss the monetary crisis. Definition of the monetary crisis. Taken from the book Monetary Policy Strategy 2007 by Frederick S. Miskin, a monetary crisis is a crisis related to a country's financial characterized by an unstable financial situation due to financial institutions and currency exchange rates that do not function as expected. Second, history of monetary crisis, credit bubbles and fixed exchange rates. The causes of this crisis are still being debated. The Thai economy is developing into an economic bubble driven by hot funds. As the bubble grows, the more funds are needed. A similar situation exists in Malaysia and Indonesia through crony capitalism. Short-term capital flows are expensive and designed to make quick profit. Development funds are cancelled uncontrollably to certain people, not people who are worth it or worthy, but people who are close to the center of power. In the mine 109,090, Thailand, Indonesia, and South Korea had launched private sector current accounts deficit. The adoption of a fixed exchange rate increases foreign borrowing and increases exports to foreign exchange risk in the financial and corporate sector. In the mid 1990, Thailand, Indonesia, and South Korea had launched private sector current account deficit. The adoption of a fixed exchange rate increases foreign borrowing and increases exports to foreign exchange risk in the financial or corporate sector. In the mid 1990, a series of shock abroad began to change the economic order. Lender panics and credit withdrawals. The panic that occurred among lenders triggered massive credit withdrawals from countries experiencing crisis. This action resulted in credit depreciation and bankruptcy. In addition, when foreign investors try to withdraw their money, the foreign exchange market is flooded with the currency of the country experiencing crisis, forcing a depreciation of its exchange rate. In order to prevent a collapse in value of the currency, countries experiencing a crisis raise domestic interest rate to their peak and intervene in foreign exchange market, buying an excess domestic currency at fixed exchange rate against foreign exchange reserve. This policy has a lasting impact, as well as destabilizing a healthy economy. Too high interest rates can also destabilize foreign economics. On the other hand, the central bank is increasingly running out of the limit foreign currency reserves. When it became clear that the outflows of capital from these countries could not be stopped, the government stopped implementing fixed exchange rates and allowed their currencies to float. A depreciation currency rate means the foreign currency debt continues to increase in value in the national currency. This decrease. Next, the history. Monetary crisis in Indonesia. In June 1997, Indonesia emerged from a crisis. Unlike Thailand, Indonesia has low inflation, a trade surplus of more than. In July 1997, Thailand floated the baht. The Indonesian Monetary Authority expanded the trade route from 8% to 12%. The rupiah came under strong attack in August. On 14 August 1997, rupiah fell deeper. The IMF came with a $23 billion aid package, but the rupiah fell even further due to force of corporate debt. Rupiah sells strong demand for dollars. The rupiah and the Jakarta Stock Exchange hit their lowest point in September. Modi reduced Indonesia long-term debt to junk bond. Although the rupiah crisis started in July and August 1990, it intensified in November, when the effect of the summer devaluation appeared on company balance sheet. Companies that borrow in dollars have faced great costs due to the decline in the rupiah. As a result, many people reacted by exchanging rupiah for US dollar, lowering the rupiah price even further. Rupiah inflation and large increase in food price wreaked havoc in Indonesia. In February 1998, President Suharto fired the Governor of Bank Indonesia, Sudrajat Jiwandono. Finally, President Suharto was forced to resign on May 21, 1998, and PJ Habibie was appointed president. From here on, the Indonesian monetary crisis began. The causes of monetary crisis. The causes of this crisis is a weakening of Indonesian economics fundamentals. It can be seen from the statistical data above, but due to the large amount of private foreign debt, the crisis was broken down in the domestic particular, but in the foreign sector, particularly the US dollar exchange rate, which experienced overshooting, which was far from its real value. This prolonged crisis is a crisis in which the rupiah exchange rate has soared as a result of the sudden and continuous attack on the US dollar speculation and the mandatory of the large amount of private foreign debt. If there had been no attack on the US dollar, even though there were many distortions at the microeconomic level, the Indonesian economy would not have experienced a crisis. In other words, despite this distortion at the microeconomics level, if there is still an outstock of the rupiah currency, then a crisis will also occur, because the existing foreign exchange reserves are not strong enough to withstand this battle. The crisis was exacerbated by the accumulation of various other causative factors which came together. Analysis of the causal factor is important because the cure certainly depends on the accuracy of diagnosis. Anwar Nasution says the large current account deficit and foreign debt, coupled with the weak national banking system as the root of the financial crisis. The World Bank sees for many causes that have led to the crisis leading to bankrupt. The impact monetary crisis and the problems in the economic crisis revolve around the exchange rate of foreign exchange, especially the US dollar, which soars headwind faced with constant public income in rupiah. Even in some cases, it has been added to layoffs, even though the price of many goods have risen quite high, except for some agricultural and export sector. This problem can only be fundamentally resolved if the foreign exchange rate can be reduced to reasonable or real level. Export-based farmers whose income was in rupiah suddenly jumped dramatically, while for domestic consumers the price of rice, sugar, coffee, and so on also rose. Unfortunately, export with theoretical should have increased did not occur and even tended to decline slightly in the industrial goods sector. In the end, government solution in overcoming the monetary crisis: first, increase the use domestic production. Second, take advantage of international trade opportunities. Third, combining the strategic steps of the government with Bank Indonesia. Fourth, avoiding non-partisan policy to face crisis. So, many presentation from me. If there is a word, I apologize.